The Six Nations of the Grand River in Ontario is preparing for a big hockey moment, a visit from the Stanley Cup. Each member of the Cup-winning team gets to spend a day with the trophy. And today, former Florida Panthers defenseman Brandon Montour is bringing the cup to his hometown. And for more on the celebrations, we've reached Jaime Lynne Montour again. She's Brandon Montour's aunt, and she lives in Six Nations of the Grand River, and that's where we've reached her this morning. Good morning. First of all, tell us, what have you planned for today? How are you taking part in the festivities?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I just plan on participating by attending. There's not really too much to do except celebrate with the community.
That sounds like a wonderful time. Have you had a chance to speak with Brandon, and what is he saying or how he's feeling?
My goodness. I saw him briefly at the golf tournament last Friday. Other than that, he's a busy man.
How has the community reacted to the arrival of the Cup? Is there a lot of excitement? I imagine there is.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. You're going to hear this dog. He's big and loud. I'm sorry, what was the question?
We were just asking about the how the community is reacting to the Cup's arrival.
It is. It's been pretty intense, really. There's buses. There's busloads of people that are arriving now. So the parade doesn't start until 1. And from what I've heard, there's quite a few buses that have shown up, and cars are already parked along the road. So there's a lot of excitement around this.
Yeah, that's wonderful just to know how much support is out there for Brandon and, just this victorious time. Did you ever think when Brandon was a young player that one day he might be bringing the Stanley Cup to Six Nations?
Oh my gosh, how can you ever put that kind of expectation out there? He's been an amazing player. I've always loved watching him. He was always such a skilled player. He just intuitively knew the game, and he was just good at it. Mm-hmm. But he had that passion to him. So, it showed every time he played. He was so dedicated to warm-ups and practices, and, at game time, he'd have his game face on. So to say that I expected the Stanley Cup, no, I can't say that. That's a huge expectation, but the fact that he did it, it's really hard to process, to be honest. I don't even know if I have processed it yet.
Well, Jaime Lynne, imagine there is a hockey-loving kid watching this interview. Maybe they live in Six Nations or another community. What would you say to them if they are thinking that reaching the same level of success as Brandon is not possible?
I would say just do it. Just keep working for it. He had a love for the game, and he went with it. He just did what he knew he had to do. He dedicated himself to his health and his wellness and his skill level. So.
Mm-hmm. And Jaime Lynne, as you mentioned, there are busloads of people coming in for this day, and all the excitement that's coming with it. What are you looking forward to the most today?
I would have to say I'm looking forward to seeing the youth and their reaction to him, to see how he's inspired them. I'm really hopeful that they are inspired by it, and that he impacts a lot more across the nation for all First Nations youth.
Yeah, and just going to show that anything is possible if you put your mind and heart into it. Jaime Lynne, we are so excited for you and everybody there, the community, your family. Enjoy the day. Have a wonderful time with Brandon again, and thanks for joining us this morning on CBC Morning Live.
All right, thanks for having me.